Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to more content on the channel. In today's video, we're gonna play some more Rise crossover. Guys, so the game just got updated. This is somewhat of a mini update. Apparently, some of the devs, most notably Pyda, have been having some family issues and things of that nature, which has led to this update not being the biggest, but apparently we should be getting a second parter to this update this weekend. I'm not sure when you guys will see this video, but I might be a day late to this video, the update. So if there is a second new update, you might watch it the day after you see this one. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to show some love and support to your boy, just drop a like on it. Let's check this one out.
Hey, yeah, I've been laying low and getting to some plays with the bros, cause the pros got a pro with all under control.
All right, fellas, we are in game. So pretty cool stuff, right? They've added in a Dragon Ball themed update. So I think maybe this update was supposed to be bigger had you know, these unfortunate events not happen to some of the devs on the team. You know, there was another dev that actually mentioned that he was like moving and having to deal with rearranging stuff, and Pyda just had a loved one that had, you know, I guess health related issues, and he had to tend to. So you know, prayers and best wishes out to Pyda and his family, and hopefully that gets a lot better, you know what I mean? But with this update, as you guys can see down over here, they've added in a new island. Okay, this is again a Dragon Ball themed update, so obviously the new island is going to be a Dragon Ball island. Now it's actually crazy because we're gonna have to come back to the JoJo's island. This update kind of ruined my plans a little bit. I've been grinding, well, not so much as I've been playing so many different games, you guys know, on the channel if you've been watching videos, and especially if you've been tuning into the live streams. Okay, I stream mostly every day, so you guys can, you know, tune in if you want to. Links is located in the video description below to that. But we've just been playing a bunch of different games and I have not been able to AFK the game as much as I would like. So I thought this UI overhaul that we were getting for this game was going to be in this update, but maybe it'll be in the next update, by the way, because I noticed that they have a new like icon for the mounts over here, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, this update kind of ruined my plans a little bit because they've added in a new island that has a bunch of new swords. So there's new swords, new shadows to acquire on the brand new Dragon Ball island. As it loads in over here, we'll go through it and I'll show you guys exactly how it looks. So here it is, chat. This is the Dragon Ball island, and as you can see, we have our spawn point over here. The enemies are going to have 4.2 QA damage just to start off. That's actually insane. We can kill it off, not insanely quick, but kind of quick. And that's because we got to work on our sword. And that's why this update low-key kind of ruined my plans a little bit. So if you guys see, right, I AFK'd a little bit. I have 88.65 QA cash. I just really was saving up cash to buy a bunch of Reaper Scythe because I have sharpness 6 on my Reaper Scythe. You guys have told me that the maximum sharpness you can get on a scythe or on your weapon is sharpness 8. So I got 6 on my second spin on this weapon. I decided to keep it at that, and I've been grinding to actually make it stronger. But now that they've added new weapons, let's see how much they cost. Wow, it's an epic weapon. How much damage does it do? Ooh, 311 trillion. Ooh. And I can buy it right now, actually. So this is going to be an upgrade nonetheless. So actually, never mind. The update did not ruin my plans. Here we go. The Twin Draconic Axis. We just bought the weapon. Now I'm going to have to AFK for ages on this. But this is the first, like, buyable, in my opinion, right, if I remember correctly, weapon that you can buy. So because of my buffs and all that stuff, I'm sitting at 404 trillion. Let me disable my skin so you guys can actually see how the... Oh. Okay, well, I thought the axes were going to be a lot more textured than that, but hey, this is pretty cool. So let's see how much quicker we actually, oh my gosh, yeah, a whole lot quicker. It's kind of hard to see because of the shadows and stuff like that, but oh my god, Master Roshi, I'm destroying your cheeks, family. Roshi's like, and I kind of like it. Okay, I'll stop, guys. I'll stop. I'm sorry. So let me go ahead and equip my skin again. I guess I'll go back to the starter area, soul leveling city, in case you guys don't know, and go to the weapon enchanter later into the video so that we can upgrade our weapon and enchant it. Hopefully we can get a good sharpness on it or some other good perk, if you will. But W upgrade, in my opinion. Obviously, there's a bunch of other weapons you guys can also buy. I'll go ahead and show you guys just all the weapons you can get right now. But nice. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and run around so that we can take a look at basically what type of different enemies we're gonna have here. So okay, we have Master Roshi. Piccolo's here now. And by the way, I do like this area. Oh, they have Cell in here as well. Okay, I think that might be it, actually. Yeah, I think Cell might be the... Yeah, so Cell, Piccolo, Master Roshi. I could be wrong, but usually don't they have like four to five enemy types? Let's check this out, right? Dragon City. No, yep, 3. So yeah, Piccolo, like I said, Master Roshi, Piccolo, and Cell. And then the boss, that looks like Frieza. Like that silhouette is 100% Frieza, excuse me. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and attack some of these units. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to get off my mount myself because without my damage contribution, it's going to take my my shadows like an insanely long time to kill these guys off. But even the Piccolo is taking a really long time. I just want to see if we can get a shadow, a rise out of this, so we can, you know, fill out the basic units for the index here. I haven't done that. Oh, I have done that for the other areas actually. Oh, okay. I take it back. I thought I hadn't done that for the other areas, but I'll do this real quick for this area. I'll let you guys know when we have all of them, and we'll take a look at how much damage these new units are dealing when they're double S rank and things of that nature. All right, guys, here we go. Let's see if we can rise this shadow, and I'm actually kind of salty. You know how long that actually took me to do? I don't think we... Yeah. Yo, Cell is very strong. Okay, whatever, dude. We'll revisit this once we make our weapons stronger. So, but that's it for the new island, guys. That's how the new island looks. Pretty cool, if I happen to say so myself. Weapons are just like, oh my gosh, bro. All right, so we're gonna head over to the solo leveling island so that we can go ahead and start enchanting our weapon. But in the meantime, I wanted to let you guys know that they've actually went ahead and added in a new player rank. So you guys should know by now, but if you're a noob, basically in solo leveling city, there's a big Gil tower that you can go into. It's called the CL tower or something like that. And once you're in there, you can actually rank up your players. So right now, as it stands, for example, my player is rank S. I have not been able to, like, you know, just run some rank ups, but I could do like one at the very least. I know I can reach double S. I don't know about reaching any higher than that as it stands right now, but so the national rank was the previous updates, like max rank, if you will. That's been the max rank for the past couple of updates, in fact. And now with this update, they've added an N+. Okay, so that's gonna be insane because people complained about, not really complained, but they were like, yo, like these rank up dungeons are tough now. So just imagine if it was tough to get to N before, getting to N+ now with this new update. Additionally, shadows have received a huge buff, by the way, chat. Oh, I'm talking to the wrong NPC, but let me unequip this weapon. Shadows ultimates now are gonna do a lot more damage. And what I mean by that, guys, is that, wait, what? Oh, I'm choosing the wrong weapon. Oh my god, I don't have, wait, I do have enchant, rare powder enchant. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, I thought I didn't have enough powder to enchant this weapon. So before we do this, I want to let you guys know that if you guys were wondering, like, okay, like how much did they buff the shadows by? Well, guys, they specifically buffed all shadow ultimates when they do like their little ability after building it up, right? Of course, by 100%. Crazy. So apparently before this change, some ultimates were weaker than the punches that some shadows were doing. And now they, you know, obviously balanced that out and made it a lot better. But let's go ahead and go for our first enchant here. We got Vorpal 5. Okay, we don't want that. We got Vorpal 6. Okay, it's pretty cool, but we don't want that. Now we have, ooh, oh! Sharpness 7 and loot aspect 1? Look at the damage, bro. 2.98 QA. That's actually really good. Nah, bro, I'm like really happy with this roll. That's a W roll in my opinion, chat. My goodness gracious. Okay, so here's what the really cool part is. This is how much damage this weapon is doing at E rank. Okay, just imagine when we actually rank it up and hopefully eventually reach like max rank with it. I saw somebody on the creator chat they have for the Discord server, right, where it's just a bunch of content creators that has this at C rank, and their weapon with sharpness 8 and loot 4, okay, is sitting at 33 QA damage. That is actually absurd, bro. My goodness gracious. The new meta in the game since the last update, since the last 2 updates, I think it has been, have been swords. You know what I mean? Like, wow, this is, yeah, there's no shadow that you can get right now that's doing that amount of damage. At least I don't think, right? So let's go to Dragon City in our index here. We'll double S Piccolo, for example. See what he does at max rank. At level 230, he's doing 3.69 trillion. Okay, so obviously with the last update as well, they changed how leveling for your shadows work, right? So for you guys, the max level, if you're not an S rank, for a double S rank shadow would be 225, right? And they've made it now when you rank up, they add an additional max level cap of 5 to your shadows. So I don't know what it'll be at N plus, because they just added in the N plus rank to this update. But I know with the N rank, if I remember correctly, it was an additional whopping 30 levels to your shadows, bro. So literally your double S rank shadows would go from 225 a max level to like 55. It's insane. So let me head back over to the Dragon Ball Island so that we can check out our new weapon and how much damage we're gonna be dealing. This is gonna be insane, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. And while we're going over there, I want to let you guys know that there is a new code you guys can use. You can actually go ahead and use tickets so that you guys would get some rewards. By the way, with this update, they've also added in some new AFK rewards. They've added in a new mount and a new skin. I'll go ahead and show that to you guys after, you know, we check out how much damage we're doing here. So let's go ahead and check this out. Oh my god. Yo, we're 2-hitting Master Roshi now. Oh, what a W upgrade, gang. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, what about Piccolo, right? Piccolo was taking us a bit before, and it still is taking us a bit, but not as long. Oh my goodness gracious. I think our DPS before was sitting at around like 1 or so, like 1 QA. And now, chat, we are literally at like about 9 QA DPS. So let's see Cell. Cell took me a very long time. You guys know I got frustrated because I didn't rise him, and now it does not take that long at all. Like, honestly, this is not bad. This is pretty good. All right, guys, we finally managed to rise Cell, so we can check the index out now, and we can see basically how much damage Cell is going to be doing maxed out. So 4.11 trillion based on my rank. That's not horrible. Pretty good. That actually puts Cell even better than the double S rank Berus. So again, pretty good. It might be worth your while to try to get a full party of him. All right, guys, we're in the AFK area. As I told you guys, they've added in a brand new mount, as you guys can see over here in the AFK rewards, and also a brand new skin, which is the twin energy blades right down here as well. So good luck to you guys. Oh, I just got 30 rare powder. Very nice. So, but good luck to you guys if you decide to AFK, and hopefully you guys happen to get what you would want out of you know, the AFK rewards here. Okay, guys, so we're back in game. I'm gonna head down to solo leveling city because there's another change that they've actually implemented in the game that has to do with the ticket currency and how they're used. Okay, so let's say I go back and let's say, for example, I choose this weapon, right? If you guys realize now, when you select a weapon, the weapon's upgrade cost, as far as like gems is concerned, is going to be proportionate to the damage the weapon actually does itself. So that's a brand new change. Just wanted to point that out. And the reason why I'm mentioning that before even talking about tickets is because if you actually use tickets now to, like, for example, get some enchants and whatnot, it completely ignores the dust requirement. That, in my opinion, is super cool. So now you can choose to pay with gems if you want to use your dust, or use your actual tickets in game, if you have any, to actually spin for basically not for free, but for free, because you don't need the powder dust requirement anymore. Now, if you're a noob, like, and you don't know how to get tickets, basically just do dungeons, brother. All right, just run dungeons, you know, run the what does it call it, the Inferno Tower, right? I think that's what it's called. Every 45 minutes it happens in game. That's separate from dungeons. So that's how you get tickets. Also, I forgot to mention on the topic of codes that I mentioned before, right? The only new code, they've brought back a G0, so you guys can use that to get yourself a G rank Beru if you are S rank or higher. Okay, so remember, you go to the again, if you're a noob, you go down to this tower right down over here, which is this CL tower right over here, guys, that you guys can see, and you head up in there, rank up, get to S rank, and then you can use that G rank or G0 code, so you guys can go ahead and get yourself a G rank Beru, which is, you know, gonna be a really big upgrade, unless if you already have them. Also, this is a minor change, but as you guys can see, like, shadows don't trail as far behind as they did before. They've actually adjusted the shadow movement speed, and correspondingly, they've also adjusted the effectiveness of the upgrade to your shadow range within the guilds. So right now, as you guys can tell, we've been really like focusing on getting a couple of upgrades. As far as like our shadow damage boost, we're sitting at upgrade 39. It's gonna take us a bit to max that out. Like shadow upgrades tend to get very, very expensive. Guild upgrades in general tend to get very expensive in the higher levels, but just wanted to point that out, right? They've actually, oh, I didn't even mention. The main purpose why I'm showing you guys this is that they've actually buffed the shadow range attribute. So this upgrade got a huge buff, and it'll actually vastly improve the radius of your shadows range when you actually upgrade within the guild upgrades. So I'm actually gonna head back to the Dragon Ball area, because one last thing that I want to try to see is if we can actually kill like the big version, like the mini boss version of Cell, and then how much gems or cash we would get from him. That's something that I really would like to see. All right, guys, let's check this out, right? So the big Cell, oh my God, he has 1.26 key HP. That's absurd. All right, let's start attacking ourselves. And yeah, we're actually chipping away at his health pretty decently. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty nice. So let me go ahead and enable the auto destroy on these guys here, so that, you know, we don't have to manually click this stuff. All right, so an Infernal Castle actually just appeared, so hopefully we can get this done pretty quickly. I mean, the Infernal Castle, I believe they also buffed it after I recorded my last video on the previous update, to stay open for like 10 minutes after it appears or something like that, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on that, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. So we almost got the mini version of Cell, or the mini boss version of Cell, killed off here. I'm so curious as to how many gems we'll get, because this guy has a bunch of HP, dude. All right, chat, take a look. So wow, 130 trillion gems. That's very good. And we got about, I believe, 1 QA or above 1 QA cash for just 1 kill. That's also very good. Oh my gosh. Yo, this new update, man. Yo, hey, man, I'm vibing with it. Not gonna lie to you guys, I decided to do the Infernal Tower, and I thought it would be pretty easy to reach floor 30. Still a challenge. So if you guys don't know, after the last update, they changed how the Infernal Tower works. Basically, floors 1 through 15 give you guaranteed A rank enemies. So if you arise a shadow from there, you'll get an A rank. Floors 16 to 29 give you a guaranteed S rank. So if you arise shadows, again, it'll be an S rank. And then floors 30 plus will give you double S rank units. So that's what I was trying to like aim for. And I think I can still get there, but I'm not even gonna bother. We have 24 minutes left. It's gonna be tough. Oh well. But once this weapon gets upgraded and I get duplicates of it by AFKing and getting a bunch of cash, oh, it's gonna be a breeze, baby. It's gonna be a breeze to be powerful with shadows.